Welcome, my League of Eagles. Greetings. It's Wednesday, and we gather for another episode of Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies, streaming now on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. What a gift it is for me to be connected with you today. Let me tell you what happened on Monday. We didn't have a broadcast because our internet and the whole community went out and was out for 2 days. I'm Joy Ruffin, your minister of enlightenment, awareness, and awakenings, and your signature style specialist. That's to say that when we come back, which we won't be in February, but I'll be back in February the 2nd to redo what wasn't done with the Monday's broadcast. Stay tuned, there's more about that. This January, we began with our theme, and it's a very important, they're all important, but I want you to really take note of this one because our featured guest speaker today is going to share a lot with you about how you can do this. Let your light take center stage, a gentle yet powerful return to presence, clarity, and the courage to be fully seen as you are. Today, I'll be diving into the topic, and it's going to be about, with Sandi Cohen, who is our featured guest speaker, it's going to be all about, because she is the founder of Ageless Advocates, and there's so much more involved with that. But I want her to share with you what it's all about, because you know this word anti-aging, aging, and when you become a happy singer, you like fade into the background, you become invisible. Well, that's a lot of hooey. We don't buy into that. And I want to share with you some of the many reasons why that doesn't happen. So settle in, my Eagles. Let's rise, let's lead, and let's soar together. And I'd like for you to just sit back now and help me welcome our featured guest speaker. Sandi, as I say on the telly, come on up and welcome.
Thanks, Joy. Thanks for having me on this event. I'm so excited to be a part of your new community. And for me, it's a new community.
Well, we're happy to have you here because the work that you're doing is fascinating. I didn't want to give them too much about your background. I know that you're married to a pharmacist and you work with the ageless in the ageless community and you're a founder of something, but give us a little bit about your background and how you came to be involved with this phenomenal product that we're going to be talking about today and sharing a lot of information with others in our community. So share with us a little bit about you.
About me. Well, married to my childhood sweetheart forever.
Yay.
And, he's a retired pharmacist, but when we had 5 pharmacies and I had a medical and surgical supply business, it shocked me, Joy, to see people the same age. And I'm talking, this one gentleman was 70 years old. And when I was 40, I thought 70 was really, really old. Well, I don't think that anymore because I'm way past that. But it shocked me when he came into my facility. He was sharing with me that he just went to the zoo with his grandchildren, and my facility had bought me a supermarket that went out of business to house my showroom and employees. And he was telling me that he was playing golf the next day and he was going on a cruise. And that afternoon, I had to do a house call for a gentleman the same age on oxygen, on dialysis, in a wheelchair, waiting to die, same age. And I came back to the office and I said to Ed, what's going on? Why both men the same age, one is thriving and living vitality and the other is waiting to die? Now that was 35 years ago. And began a quest to try to figure out how do people really enjoy their later years? Because the truth is, if you do your homework on Google Scholar or PubMed.gov or ChatGPT, you'll find that most people will spend the last 15 years of their life in disease, but it can be avoided. Things can be changed, and it's never too late to change how you age.
I know that to be true, Sandi, and I thank you for that great introduction to you and your hubby and how you've come to do the business, and we're going to talk a lot more about that. But this anti-aging, not because I'm a happy senior, it annoys me in so many ways. There's nothing wrong with anti-aging, but it's how you process and how you take to it and how you process it for yourself. We're in the Insta society. Everybody wants results like yesterday. They don't want to do the work that needs to be done. So that's why I'm excited for you to share with us what is this new product? We're going to put up a graphic later and we're going to show it and give a little bit more information about it. But tell us about this new product that is all about how you can burn calories and all the other things that will help you stay agile and bouncy.
Well, the reality is, as we get older, and it's scary to say, but once you pass 40, the body changes. And some people notice it sooner than later. But once you pass 40 and things start to change, you can alter how you age.
Yes.
And Eddie and I have, for over 30 years, 3 decades, have always researched wellness resources that have science and patent, because there's a lot of stuff out there and some of it is either not good for you or could be harmful. So everybody will know the name Albert Einstein, right?
Yes.
I mean, of course you are. Now, I had a quote from him from the 60s. Of course, some of us have been there. And his quote is, "Frequency is the future of medicine." And, we come from the drug world. So I had no idea what that meant, but I was curious. And we did our homework. And if you look at Asian cultures, the Chinese, they don't go to a doctor to get a prescription drug that can kill you. Just look at the side effects. They do acupuncture, they do natural remedies in that part of the world. And of course, here in the US and Canada, we're not wellness motivated, we're sickness motivated, because there's so much money in people staying sick.
Oh, my goodness.
In looking for wellness resources, the truth is, 8 years ago, we were called by our CPA. And he called us to tell us he was now the chief financial officer of a frequency device company coming in out of Germany. And he said, "You guys have been into anti-aging for a long time. I'd love your opinion." So I started to do my homework. Just like you, Joy, I pride myself, like you do, in doing my homework.
Yes.
And the more I learned about frequency, specifically PEMF and terahertz. And if you know that most people don't know that when astronauts come back from space after they've been in a spaceship for whatever length of time, they come back. Bone density gone, muscle atrophy, brain fog. And the government has approved these frequencies. And I'm going into the 70s now, where machines were built that were huge. I mean, they took up a half a room, and people were able to go to specialized clinics to be able to get treatment through these devices. In fact, yes?
Sandi, I love what you're sharing with us, but I want to go back a little bit because you're giving us all of this juicy information, but I want to keep it basic for those who will get to you later, hopefully, and discover more. First off, you said a couple of things to start us off that I think more of us in any generation that you're in, we need to have that insatiable curiosity that you mentioned. And you also mentioned Albert Einstein about frequency, vibrations, energy. That's everything. And then you said something, because Germany fascinates me, as does the Asian culture, because they're always coming up and inventing things that are global and worldwide and beneficial for all of us. So then you bring us to astronauts and how when they go up and come back, the difference in their body structure, frequency, and everything. So tell us a little bit more about this product that you and your hubby, Ed, have put together or designed through this friend, so on. What is it going to do for the layman out here who needs this type of awakening? My favorite word, my curb word today, Sandi, is awakening. We all need to awake more to the realities of what's going on now. So share with us a little bit more about this product, the name, what it does, and how it does what it does, so as they say.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. We did not obviously invent the product, but I was contacted by, quite honestly, a pharmacist in Taiwan. And he called me to check this out. Great. And I was skeptical because the previous devices that I was involved with were so complicated. We had to have a gentleman full time to have people program them. But what this device is called, it's called Shaken Massager. And no one else in the world has it. It was just released the week before Thanksgiving. We were able to place orders. And it has 21 US patents and is also registered by the FDA. Now, what's unusual about this, and most people don't know this, but most people don't realize that as we get older, we end up with some abdominal fat.
Yes.
And for me, it's really about what I look like in a photograph. I mean, to me, sometimes be shocking. But what happens is that's not the fat that's so dangerous. What's really dangerous is called visceral fat, which is wrapped around our organs. And that's what the Shaken Massager does, patented with 7 different frequencies. Now, there's a lot of science to this.
Yes.
I don't expect anybody, especially in 30 minutes, to understand what this is all about. And that's why we have the website, and it's Ageless Advocates, plural, agelessadvocatesshaken.com. So when you go to that website, I'll be able to send you not only the PDFs and the science, but to understand how these patented frequencies, 7 different types of frequencies. And the truth is, I was not familiar with most of them because that was not my world. And I can mention them because some of you might be familiar. Yes?
Yeah. Back up a little bit, Sandi. I love your information. You're sharing with us and you're giving us a little bit too much at a time. Let's just slow down a wee bit because you're mentioning something that all of us need to hear. We might not want to hear it. I'm in this ballpark myself. The first area that seems to explode with all these different types of fat, I think you said visceral, how did you put fat?
Visceral,
for the stomach. That's true for women and it's also true for men. So this is good for both sexes. I like to go back to the basics, go back to the very beginning. This is powerful in so many ways because you see women, and as I age, began to have this little pot belly. And then it also happens with men. You see men with these stomachs out to the wall, ceiling. So what is it about this shaken? And I love that my engineer put up the graphic there, and we'll put it up again later. What is it about this that's going to help us to alleviate to a certain extent what's going on there? Because that, not because I work as a signature stylist, that's major, because a pot belly and a flabby stomach doesn't look good on anybody. I don't care how stylish you are, right? So what is it that this product is going to do for us?
And it's interesting. I have a friend who's Asian American and she's really, really tiny. And I said, what's the machine going to do for you? And it's not, the reality is even thin people have visceral fat that's wrapped around their organs that create inflammation, diabetes, potential heart disease. So it's not the fat that adds inches. It's what this visceral fat is doing to the organs themselves. So these 7 frequencies combined into the one device. We're talking about ultrasound. Most people are familiar with ultrasound. That's one of the frequencies. Another is just vibration, just like getting a massage, heat therapy, radio frequency, red light therapy, and PEMF, which is the science on PEMF will blow you away. So if you go to pubmed.gov, because I suggest everybody do their homework. If you're not familiar with this, and most people are not, pubmed.gov, just type in PEMF, pulsed electro.
Is that F as in Frank or S as in Sam? I did not.
P is in pulsed. E as electro, M magnetic, F like in Frank frequency.
Oh, it's PEF.
F, right.
F as in Frank. Oh, you see, I took from what you said, PS, and I wasn't sure about the last. So tell us a little bit about this P. And I love when you ask people, Sandi, to do their own homework, to follow through and do their own little bit of research. Some people won't do it and won't have the time. They'll depend on you, which is a good thing. But what is the insight that's major that what the PEF means to us laymen's?
Okay, so it for me, from what I'm learning,
Yes.
key to disease is poor blood circulation.
Ooh.
Okay,
Got it.
I'm a diabetic, insulin dependent. I think about 22 years, and love my endocrinologist, but he has never told me that diabetes could be linked to poor blood flow. So years ago, and I'm talking about probably 25 years ago, there used to be naturopathic physicians that would do something called dark blood microscopy. And just like taking blood from your finger, for a diabetic,
yes,
they would take a drop of blood and they would put it under a microscope. And then they could see if your blood was what they called sticky or was it free flowing. So my question, Joy, is how does anybody know? How do they know if they've got sticky blood or they don't? And the answer is, if you're not feeling well, if you're fatigued, if you have brain fog, if you have arthritis, more than likely your blood is not flowing well. Now, it's interesting. I'm searching for someone who does blood microscopy. And my friend who's a naturopath in California said they banned those tests in California.
Why?
Yeah, why? I don't know.
We don't know so much.
Yeah. But he said there's a physician in Clearwater, Florida, which I'm not that far away from, that I'm going to make an appointment because I'm curious. Because other than my diabetes, I'm healthy as a horse. Nobody believes my age.
Good for you. Now, and you know what? Let's piggyback on that. Let's get to the reality of where we are now, meaning all of us, no matter what generation. I've never bought, not because of where I'm at this season of my life, but this age thing blows me away. People can look at you and see you move and speak and whatever and get a clue about your age. Why do I have to know exactly what age you are? What does it matter? If I feel your heart and your flow and who you are, then that's all that matters. So I applaud you for not being open with your age. It doesn't matter. I'm sure you can tell people if they ask. But I always wondered, even when I was 20, what is it they need to know about the age? But let's get back to PEF, because I go to the basics, the root all the time. One of the succinct ways maybe for the layman to understand this is to say, if you have sticky blood, find out, because the blood flow, blah, 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 that'll give you an insight into what you need to do with this new shaken product item that you have. Does that make any sense? Maybe not.
So let's clarify the name of the frequency. It's pulsed. P.
Oh,
E. P, like for the word pulsed. E, which stands for electro. And
Got
then
it.
like magnetic. So it's PEMF frequency.
Oh, PEM. That's what I left out. Okay, got it.
So when people go look. So now the Shaken Massager is manufactured by a company based out of Hong Kong and Singapore. And it's their 7th frequency device and all of their devices total have about 167 patents. So what the 7th patent is something that can be a standalone product for people who want to be sure that they're reducing not only visceral fat, but inflammation, and maybe they have low back tension or discomfort, which so many people do. Yeah. And the device is only used 20 minutes on the front.
That's Sandi, let's hold on that, because I'm going to take a quick little reset now and introduce a few things. But when I come back, I want you to tell us, just as you just now started to do, exactly what this product is going to do for us and the ways that it's going to deliver to us what 99.9% of us most likely needs, whatever generation you're in. So that said, hold tight and get ready to give us the basic bottom line of what it's going to do and how it's going to benefit us as we move forward. So hold tight. And now, my League of Eagles, oh my goodness gracious, you know what time it is. It's time for me to ask you to join our Facebook group, Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies. This word legacy was like in the deep in the rabbit hole many, many moons ago, and now everybody's using it. But I started this out with Leading Ladies, Leaving Legacies, because I know that women who are connected to heart and soul are all about leadership at its truest essence. And that's what we're about here. So I'm asking you to take a screenshot or a snapshot or go to my Facebook business page and join this group. You belong there. And you belong there because you're there to collaborate, share one and the same with others. And that said, I'm inviting you with whole heart and soul to join us there. And then the other thing I want to tell you about is a new style package that's ready for you. Your transformation. This is about my being the minister of enlightenment, awareness, and awakenings. And my ladies and gents, it's time for our awakening to our truth, to own who we are, our power, our radiance, and our love, and to share that out. So this package here, 3 different packages, it comes to you with the basics, the beginning, the rebirth of what none of us have been taught. And then we go from there. There's so much there. And then you get a one-on-one consultation with me. And then if you want to go further, we can go further. But this is something that my heart and soul is connected here, because I know it's time for an awakening for us women. It's much more than your outer appearance. It's what's emanating from within and how you're showing up the best of you. And now we're going to show you Sandi's graphic. Take a screenshot and a snapshot and let us hear from you, because this product is absolutely beyond. It's going to share with you, and Sandi, when we go back, she's going to share with us some of the things that it will do for us and how it works and how easy it is to work. I haven't tried this yet, but I know Sandi and I believe in her honesty and what she's promoting. So I'm definitely going to try it. I don't even know what the cost is and what's involved, but I want you to take a look, peek into it, and then get in touch with Sandi and see what more is involved. That said, Sandi, we're going to put this up again later, but now tell us what this product is going to do for us, each and every one of us. I know it's going to be different for each and every one, but tell us some of the items or some of the results that we can expect from this product, men and women.
Yeah. So it's 20 minutes twice a day that you can do it while you're sitting at your desk. I usually do it while I'm eating dinner or breakfast. So it's really easier. Sometimes I even do it while I'm working, but it increases blood flow and it improves the body's processing, so that the reality is, no matter how thin you are, we all have some visceral fat. But most people are concerned about, well, how do I look in my photo? And what if I want to drop this size or 2? So it works both ways without exercise. You don't even have to. I mean, I used to be known as a gym rat. And in the early 60s, I wanted Ed to buy a supermarket for me to start a gym. And he said, in the 60s, who would pay to come to a gym? You're nuts. Okay, well, look where that all went, okay?
That's a man for you.
The line is that when you go to my website and request information, you'll get information from pubmed.gov. I will send you an explanation from a naturopathic physician with a full slide deck of all the science, because I'm at heart a science geek. I've got to see the science before I put anything on or in my body. And Joy, you're the same way. You want to make sure you're using something or recommending something that will not harm anyone. And this shake and massager, as I said, is just now shipping from Hong Kong. And they're actually shipping it air freight at no extra charge. And what's exciting about it, I mean, Joy, I remember, I mean, you are so techie. You're my role model. I told you.
Sandi, hold on a minute. Thank you for that compliment. Everybody who really knows me, you and I, again, they know I'm not techie, but I love the stuff. But I'm not techie, but I do love it. And I have no shame in admitting that I'm not as tech savvy as I want to be. So thank you for that compliment. I'm glad I appear that way, because I'm not. Anyway, go.
So I'm old enough to remember the days before AOL. I don't know who else on the call is old enough to remember the days before AOL. And I remember in high school reading a book called 1984. I don't know if anyone else has read that, but they talked about watches that you would talk to. They talked about a box you would sit in front of and talk to someone in Germany or in Russia or China. And of course, it's all real now. So what's exciting about this shaken massager, it comes with a smart watch. Everybody knows about smart watches, right? But it monitors your workouts. If you work out, it monitors your heart rate, your oxygen level, your body temperature, your stress level, how well you slept at night. It has alarms, it has a calendar. And this watch is valued at $500, which is typical for a really good smartwatch that does everything. And it comes free. My favorite word in the English language. Free. It comes free when you order a shaken massager.
Okay, let's back up a little bit here. Sandi, you're a hoot, you are. I just adore you. I really am looking forward to really getting to know you because your energy aligns with mine and I get it. But you mentioned something about everybody wants to look good. Now, most people do, and especially women, because men don't have the issues that we have. But I think that when you hear people say that you need to be and everyone wants to be seen, heard, and valued, that's true. And especially for women, more so than men, because men are able to get away with more stuff. It's just a fact. But women age, as we all do, you really want to be at your best. And if you're even a grandma or great grandma, it doesn't matter. You can still look your best. I love Diana Vierland, who maybe many in the generations, I didn't know her either or of her until much later. She said, narcissistic behavior is not good, but vanity I approve of. Nothing wrong with taking pride in who you are and making sure that you're at your best when you're going out to meet and greet people. That's one of the reasons that I'm enthralled with this product that you're bringing forward. And then all of these things that you mentioned, AOL and Back to 1984, the book and the watch that comes with the product and all of that. How do we use this product? Does this go around your wrist? Does it go around your waist? Does it go around your thighs? Where do you put it?
Would it be okay if I showed the product now?
Sure, if you can, if it'll show up here.
My goodness, I just moved my mic. I'm sorry. I hope everything's okay. Okay. So this is the shaken massager.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes, I can see it. We can see it.
It goes around your waist. Okay.
Waist. Okay.
It goes around your waist and it really feels good. And you put it on the front. I put it on the front first for 20 minutes. And then when the cycle finishes, and there's different options. There's a fat burn control. There's just massage. There's 3 different settings. I use the first one because obviously my age, I definitely want to reduce not only the visceral fat, but it wouldn't hurt to take off some weight as well. And then when the cycle finishes, I turn it around and put it on my back.
So that's 40 minutes.
Yeah, a total of 40 minutes while you're watching TV, while you're at your desk, while you're eating a meal.
So this is not something that you can wear out. This is something that you do in the privacy of your home when you're getting up and ready to go out, or you're home resting and watching TV or reading a book. Those are the maybe 2 or 3 ideal times to wear this, because you don't wear it out, but it does the job. All right, I like that. And around the waist and so on. And you do this every day, once a week, twice? What is it, every day?
It's suggested every day.
Every day for 20 minutes.
And you don't have to do it more than once a day. That's what's amazing. You just once a day should be sufficient.
And how long does it take before one will begin to see results?
It depends on the person. Now, my friend, everyone's different. I mean, it's not like a prescription drug where the doctor says 1 tablet 3 times a day and come back in 60 days and that doesn't work.
Sandi,
different.
Yes, I get it. I'm sure the audience tuning in now and those who come for the replay will get it as well. I think this product is phenomenal, and I don't know when, I don't make promises that I can't deliver on, but I will definitely stay in touch and let you know when I'm ready to try this. But in the meantime, what takeaway, what food for thought, what do you want people to walk away knowing with certainty or wanting to know more as succinctly as you can? What do you want to leave people with today?
I think the most important message for me is to ask yourself, how do you want to age? Do you want vitality and live longer, healthier, and enjoy the kids and the grandkids? Or do you want to deal with disease? And most people don't realize that's a choice. So my suggestion is go to the website. There's no obligation. You'll get all the information. And of course, you can call me at any time. I'm available literally 24/7 Eastern time. In fact, after this wonderful broadcast, I've got one with a gentleman in India.
Yay. There you go. I want to ask the people, thank you, Sandi. I want to ask everyone to take again a screenshot or a snapshot. All the information is here. And we've been scrolling across Sandi's information, I think, too. I was so engrossed in Sandi's conversation, I didn't really peek to see. But you have everything here. Make sure you contact her just to get more information and find out and give it a trial, whatever. Because I trust this lady implicitly, and she is absolutely beyond excited about this product. And you will be as too, I'm sure, as well. That said, Sandi, we're going to slip you into the green room. Thank you so much. And I'll be with you in just a second. My Eagles, let me say this. I want you to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Joy Ruffin, Fashioning Femininity, Style, and Truth. Because that ending word, style and truth, they go together along with the femininity. And we have lost our way, far too many of us. And we talk about that. I share with you a lot of information that you're not going to get with many others that you're going to be working with. So I want you to make sure you screenshot, take a screenshot, snapshot, then get to me here so we can discover the newness of you. And I'm here every Thursday on YouTube with the YouTube channel. And that said, my Eagles, thank you for sharing this moment with me. I honor your presence. I really do. You know that. Your energy and your openness to growth. Sandi mentioned about curiosity. They said curiosity killed the cat, but satisfaction brought it back. I'm sure most all of you know what that means. Here's what I'll leave you with. Empowerment without liberation is complete. And in many, many different ways, this is what Sandi shared with us here and now today. As we let go of the old conditioning, and the space is created then for true empowerment to take place. Join me next week for another soulful conversation with a featured guest speaker. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Joy Ruffin, Fashioning Femininity, Style, and Truth. There's so much goodness there for you, information, tweaks, and things that we're not really savvy with, but we're learning because this is the era of awakening, so we can stay connected. And if you want to go deeper, I invite you to explore my offerings and upcoming experiences at joyruffin.com, my website. Beautiful things are always unfolding there. So until the next time, my Eagles, stay grounded, stay confident, and let your light take center stage. It belongs to you, and you share it with all of those in your community, your tribe, your clan, your group, whatever the verbiage might be for you. I leave you as always with much love from my heart to yours. Thank you for being here. And thank you for sharing this video out. Much love, always. Cheers.